Hello. Back at it again. Caves of Cud. Where, last episode I know it was a little odd. We're talking about chem cells, fidget cells, Man, guys, remember fidget spinners? That seems like such an innocent time now, comparatively speaking. Fidget spinners. We're gonna do Bey Lah. I really don't remember much about the process of this, but basically Bey Lah is it's a very, I want to say insular town? That might not be the right word. It's a town of these, basically, man, my vocabulary is failing me so hard right now. Well, we'll call them, you know what, let's look at them. We'll describe them. Hindran. 4 deer legs paw nervously at the ground while human hands clutch the haft of a vine reaper. This creature's expressive face and muscular torso show a clear human lineage, but the thick fur over dappled flanks, the flickering pointed ears, and the majestic antlers atop her head tell a different story. Centaur. The word I was looking for was centaur, but this Cud is no high fantasy game. Cud is a post-apocalypse. So of course they're not centaurs, they're Hindran. And they have a whole culture, society, way of doing things basically. And they've kind of closed their borders. They have closed borders. They don't like outsiders. They don't like anything that isn't them, basically. And you know what? Caves in the land of Cud, who can blame them? I would also kind of not like anything that doesn't look like me. I would go further. I would dislike things specifically that look like me in Cud, because they might be some kind of mind trick that someone is playing on me, or some kind of time paradox, or even my evil shadow twin, and we'll talk about that in future playthroughs. So anyway, they have opened their borders briefly. We're gonna look at the quest now, because there's something they need help with. Can I look at the investigate Bey Lah, travel to the hidden village of Bey Lah and investigate the problems there? So we're gonna investigate. We're gonna talk to the head honcho here. Oh man, I hope that turn of phrase isn't problematic now. Please let me know if it is. I didn't mean to offend there. Hold on. Live and drink, Kendrin. I am Hindriarch Ke. Welcome to Bey Lah. It's nearly unprecedented for one such as you to pass by our scouts unaccosted, but these are unprecedented circumstances. I have a task for you. Are you interested? Yes, go on. Good. We Hindran are a close-knit and staid people, and our safety depends on our solidarity. In order to preserve our safety and culture, we ask that any of our number who leave us never come back. Recently, one such exile took the treasure of our village, a bracelet named Kindrish, with her when she left. None of her number can leave to get it back, or it will be a violation of the values that I have guarded, and the Hindriarchs before me, for countless generations. Will you help us recover our treasure? We have a small cache of valuables we can offer as a reward. Alright, I'll find your treasure. Excellent. I will do my best to reward you to your satisfaction. Though her name is sand in my mouth now, the exile who stole Kindrish is called Eskind. She left a few weeks ago and took her sister and brother with her. I don't know where she's gone, but Warden Nilahind might. As they were close friends as children. Find Eskind and retrieve Kindrish from her, even if the cost is the life of her and her siblings. Kindrish has been handed down over countless generations, and it belongs to my people, not any individual. Go, Kindrin, speak to Warden Nilahind, and find out where Eskind is hidden. There's a lot of words there that are kind of hard to say in succession. But yeah, we're gonna accept this quest. I seem to recall really enjoying this quest, so we're gonna do it. Petals on the Wind. And then this quest, this is kind of this will be an interesting episode because we're going to do this quest, and I'm sure in a future playthrough, I may have a look at this quest again. We're going to compare how it is now to how it will be in the future. So we got to find Neelhind, I think it is, and Kendrin Scout. Guess Hind. We can talk to everyone. We pretty much want to talk to everyone. No sudden moves around Hindriarch. Kendrin, I am watching you. Who are you? I am Hind, protector of Hindriarch, the Grand Doe of Bey Lah. May I ask you some questions? You may not. I do like that. I remember that's really good. You may not. Get out of my face, in other words. Can I ask you some questions? Get out. Okay, so this is Neelhind. We're gonna talk to Neelhind. Appearing dazed. Hey, it can't be true. Ask, would you really? Warden Neelhind? Yes, my apologies, Kendrin. Live and drink. I am Neelhind, Warden of Bey Lah. Now, how may I help you? Hindriarch told me that you were once friends with Eskind. Oh, we were, yes. We were close. I could scarcely believe that she would be capable of doing such a thing. Stealing our greatest treasure? Eskind wouldn't possibly. But if Grand Doe says it, it must be so. Do you know where Eskind and her sibling might have gone? Oh, Esk and I, we had a place. There's a place to the south that leads to the remains of a lightning-struck tree, made hollow by the fire from above. She and I would spend time there, back then. Perhaps she is there now, but I don't dare check. I'll look there. Thank you. Complete quest step. Okay, so, south. A path to the south that leads to the remains of a lightning-struck tree. This is a really classic quest so far, you know, like, go gather information, find out, oh hey, there's a path. Let's find the path. There it is. Let's follow it. There's something. It's almost uncharacteristic Bey Lah. It's like a very good-natured quest in a world and land that basically hates your guts. It's kind of bizarre. And you know what? To be fair, the Hindrin aren't ecstatic about you either. It's kind of bizarre to find something like this. Where it's like they want your help, and it may not necessarily involve your death. But hey, there's a bunch of things here to fight. Let's try charging. Or is it Shift V? That killed him. There's a Snapjaw. Hey guys, remember Snapjaws? That looks like a gas grenade that just went off. What just happened? Hold on. So again, I'm gonna make an effort to explain better what's going on. So let me hold Alt here. We got a salamander, and this shows you what are hostile to me. So that this dog is not. I'm actually friends with the dogs in this run, which is nice. So the salamander is fighting me. He's probably gonna die on the next turn. Here, these two are Snapjaws. This is a Snapjaw brute, and this flickering stuff here is a gas. I can tell you all about it actually. Defoliant, a synthetic mist called Golden Dawn, ascends from its canister to atomize leafage and leave a clear view of the horizon in its wake. That doesn't sound like gas, but I know it is. So I'm not seeing anything here that tells me where the weird artifact came from, but I can see here the weird artifact explodes, aka someone threw a grenade. So, you know, Snapjaws, they're not necessarily the brightest or the sharpest tools in the shed, and them having a grenade. Is that dog fighting for me? Yeah, the dog is friendly. The dog is friendly and it's fighting for me. Yo, that is a good dog. Thank you, dog. Man, I want to make friends with other creatures and have them fight for me. Oh man, I don't know why, that just like, that made me so happy. There's like so many things want you dead, and this small, like, happy thing, this small moment of solidarity with a dog was like, yes, they don't want me to die. They're fighting with me. That's so nice. That's a beautiful thing right there. So, you know, salamanders are no big deal. These ones aren't anyway, they're trivial. I don't know, how much XP do we get? We get 1 XP from killing them. This is a waste of everyone's time. I am too good for salamander now. But, you know, they're in our way. What? This thing just cracked our armor? What the heck? Snapjaw Hunter? Yo, my dude. You're picking a fight with a god here. I'm not a god, I'm going to die. But, you know. Oh, the Snapjaw is shooting me. That was a new... Oh, that was my chain gun. Hold on. I don't think I hit anything. You hit the giant... you hit the Snapjaw Hunter. So this is... We're using the chain gun. I don't know about its accuracy. But, it seems to be doing stuff. It seems to be okay. Missile weapon. Let's take the Crocusins. I think I can sell those for something. You know, oh, Jesus. There's, you know, weapons or ranged weapons with, low accuracy are very dangerous in CUD. I was honestly playing with fire when I was using the shotgun, and you saw it once. You saw what happened. What generally happens is you shoot at something you want dead, and you hit a bunch of things that, until 5 seconds ago, were okay with you existing. And now they are not happy about your existence. They are furious with you. So you now have 20 enemies, and you know, whereas until 5 seconds ago you only had about 3. So it can make a bad situation into a much worse situation. The turtle's angry with me? Yeah. Let's not fight the turtle. I like turtles. Let's not shoot her gun wildly here as well. Is that a cat? Ray cat. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this area. I just want to find the lightning struck tree. So this seems a little bit different. So we might be... this looks... You know, what is this? Charred wood. There we go. We found the lightning struck tree. So let's... yeah, there they are. Hello? Hey, this is Eskin. So this is the Hindran that might have been... that might not be the word I'm looking for. I think it is Hindran. I think this is the Hindran that was accused of stealing precious relic or, you know, artifact from her kin. I am justice. Give back what you stole. I am your worst nightmare. Prepare to die. So there are multiple ways to approach this quest, but you know, I tend to approach things with an open mind. I try to anyway. So anyway, I am Rukrus. Hindriarch Ke sent me. Ke? I'm shocked that she even deigned to speak my name. I'm a pariah now, sorry. Beneath discussion. Does she demand remuneration? Remuneration? for the scant supplies I stole. Man, there's a lot of words that I struggle with. She says that you stole Kindrish, the village's treasure. Eskind bursts into full-throated laughter. Is that her angle? To claim that I stole Kindrish? Her influence must be waning more than even I knew. What are you saying? What do you imagine I am saying? That the aging, ineffectual leader of a village in isolation, a system that strives to forget anyone who sees the outside, no matter how much its inhabitants strive for a better tomorrow. Bey Lah's isolationism provides ideal patsies for any crime the Hinderarch chooses to commit. You think Ke stole the treasure? Aye, the Kindren are just as thick as the elders. Oh, sorry, you Kindren are just as thick as the elders. I'd hoped otherwise. Well, I mean, don't give me a hard time, man. I just discovered your entire society and culture. This is all new to me. Yes, I am suggesting that old Grando is trying to fool you, and the village as well. I'm not certain that she stole it herself, but an investigation might undermine her authority, and she cannot have that. What should I do then? The proof is in the petals, Kendrin. You want justice? Figure out the truth. If you find evidence, Warden Neelahind will support you. Speak to her. She is loyal to Grando, but more loyal to the truth. I will return to the village, and we will sort this out. The Hinderarch will have to tolerate my presence until my name is cleared. I will live and drink. I'll look into this, but you'd better not go missing. Interesting choice difference here. Let's go with the aggressive route. You have received a new quest, Kith and Kin. You have finished the step, find Eskind of the quest, find Eskind. You receive 250 XP. Cool. Can we talk to the other guys? If you've nothing you need of me, Kendrin, I'd just as soon hold my peace. You got anything? Hey, I'll buy some arrows. Heck yeah, bud. Talk to the last one too. Leehart stares at you, wary, before speaking in clipped tones. Live and drink. I think it's a little baby Hindren. Cute. Let's have a look at Leehart. She's so small as to appear to be Fondren, but a closer inspection reveals that this Hindren is a fully grown runt, tense like a coiled spring, but with a furtive gaze, far more calculating than one expects from a child. She wears her hair in a pair of buns, tied as tight as her nerves, and a leather apron wraps close over her torso. Her little hands, curled and twitching, are covered with the burns and cuts that mark her as an amateur tinker. Oh, she's a tinker. She's equipped with weird artifacts as well. Interesting. And we got Eskind. The proud stance of this Hindren and the fire in her eyes immediately set her apart from her. Oh man, Servidian kinfolk? Those sharp green eyes peer out over the white flecked reddish fur of her cheeks, and her split philtrum is the only deviation from the meticulously neutral straight lines of her lips. Save for the leather braces on her arms, nothing she wears or wields is of Hindren make, not the long folded carbide blade in one hand, nor the emerald light dagger in the other, not the scaly boots on all 4 feet, nor the chain hauberk draped over her chest. She's got some duds. She's got some stuff. You know, potentially if I wanted to end the quest by murdering her, you know, I might have gained some boons. Although it's a short sword and I can't stand short swords. I don't want to kill the tortoise. Yo, is that robot chasing me? It's daytime, so we get to see things in Technicolor. Full Technicolor. Did those snapshots have anything? Iron mace. Wooden buckler. Nope. Nothing cool. We could probably fast travel back, but I wanted to, you know, I don't think there's any reason. Like, I don't want to get lost, basically, and drag this out longer than it needs to. Why say drag this out? I mean, I really like this quest, so I don't want to get the wrong idea that I'm not enjoying this. But I feel like this was going to be faster. I might be wrong. Okay. So we can talk to, I think it's Nilahind? Nilahind. Wait, why is Esk here? What's going on? Do you have Kinderish? No, Eskind claims to be wrongfully accused. Oh, but what now? You're the warden, you tell me. Oh, I don't know. Grando usually resolves Bey Lah's disputes. She only calls me when the threat of violence is necessary. We will investigate and find the truth. Oh, well, yes. That's a good idea. You'll help, right? My axe arm and conviction are strong, but deduction has never been my greatest strength. I can answer questions about the people in town, if that would be helpful. It would. Could you answer some questions now? Of course, Kendrin. Ask away. Okay, so, now I remember why I like this quest. So, you know what? I won't spoil the surprise. Obviously, this is a deduction game, right? We're trying to discover the true mastermind behind who stole Kindrish, right? So we gotta find some clues. This is cool. This is cool. All right, so let's do it. What can you tell me about Hendriarch Ke? Ke is very wise and very careful, which makes up for her lack of strength. She always knows what's right, and she runs the village perfectly. She hates clutter from work like nothing else, and cleans up any mess she makes. Unless it's a spill, then she makes Kesahin do it. In fact, Grando very much mislikes any liquid not in a bowl or water skin. Being in a shallow pool is enough to make her panic. She's allergic to copper and bronze. They make her break out in hives. She's too old to spar with me, but her bow arm still aims true. I have more questions. Okay, so she hates liquids on the ground, and she's allergic to copper and bronze. But she's not a fighter, but she's good with the bow. This is Hendriarch Ke we just learned about. What can you tell me about Eskind? She's a good person with strong convictions, or so I thought. Suppose that isn't helpful. Esk has a good eye for detail. She hates water vines so much that she doesn't like to get near the fields, and won't eat mats when it's served to her without la broth to make it taste better. She's afraid of saltbacks. She's good at foraging and terrible at crafting. I miss her. Alright, interesting. Kesahind. Kesahind, I believe, is the servant, or the person who watches over the Hendriarch. He's completely loyal to Grando. He's not very nice, if you ask me, but I suppose you didn't. He can't see well in darkness. He's the holder of Ari, an unbreakable heirloom fire axe, and he's very skilled with it. Oh, and he's terribly finicky about food. He'll only eat bland food and meat, and once when he had a bad cough as a Fondren, a caretaker tried to feed him yuckweed, and he kicked her so hard it dislocated her jaw. Poor Esalind. What do you know about the outsiders, the Kendrin? Oh, not very much. The only Kendrin who are allowed in the village. Before you are traitors. It's always a very big fuss when one comes by. It's been a while since that happened, though. So we know outsiders didn't do it. Maybe? Maybe we know that? Maybe... So we have, we've got our Eskind. And like a lot of this quest you can treat this quest very pragmatically. There's no good or evil in Cud. There's only survival. So, if I wanted to be a total jerkbag, I could say, hey, you know what? You've got a nice axe. You did it for sure. Give me that axe. You could Fallout New Vegas this quest line. Why is an exile standing in my village? Are you trying to play me for a fool? Eskin claims to be wrongfully accused. Eskin claims to be wrongfully accused, and you believed her. Why must all Kendron be fools? She's lying to you, outsider. There's no proof of that. Fine. Go to the warden then, and have her solve this mystery. But know this, until a thief is found and Kindrish is recovered, I cannot reward you. You get nothing. Live and drink, friend. This guy still won't talk to us. Yeah, still won't talk. Okay, so this is the part of the quest where we go and gather information. I know we're hungry, but I'm going to try and contain all of Bey Lah in one episode here. So let's do this. Is it true that Kendron sometimes die of cooking too hard? Excuse me? Have you seen anything? I heard a Kendron talking about buying and selling to a Kendron late at night. I thought that all Kendron had to report to Grand Do. You note this piece of information in the gossip and lore section of your journal. Good. Good information, little one. Have you heard anything? Sorry, didn't see anything. Okay. Nope. Nothing there. Nope. No info. So please don't hurt me, he said. Please go away. Okay. Sorry, buddy. No info. They kind of move around, which makes it hard to keep track of them. Angohind. Kendron, a moment of your time, please. You are Rukrus, yes? You seek to solve a mystery here in the village, yes? I am, and yes. Yes, of course. I am Angohind, grandson of esteemed Elder Isilhind, young scholar of Shakespeare, and best-dressed Hindran in Bey Lah. I am also, as luck would have it, an aspirant investigator with an ear for mystery. My grand Hind has forbidden me from looking into the strange doings in the village, but she said nothing about me teaching you the ins and outs of detective work. What say you? I am listening. Oh, truly? You won't regret this, Kendron. I promise. So, let's get to it. Every mystery hinges on the detection and interpretation of evidence. As Hemlock Cone said, ere any prosecution can commence, accusers must obtain some evidence. The solving lies in seeing and locating, supporting clues as well as implicating. How do I find evidence? Professor Cones taught me everything about finding evidence. Though evidence you found upon the ground may yet be sound, if it will be sufficient is a toss-up. Examine all your suspects and their homes and all around, and find a witness who may dish the gossip. You can find evidence by looking at things on the ground, but you can also look at your suspects to see if there's anything off about them. You can also ask around to see if anyone has seen or heard anything strange, and different witnesses may have different things to report. What about supporting evidence? Supporting evidence can be any sign that something is amiss that you can't directly tie to an individual. One common example is a blood stain, which indicates that violence was committed but doesn't tell you by whom. At its heart, supporting evidence is most powerful when paired with implicating evidence. Once you have both, you'll be in a good position to accuse a suspect of wrongdoing. What about implicating evidence? Implicating evidence is what it sounds like, evidence that implicates someone's involvement in a crime. For example, if someone observed strange behavior in a person, or if you found something weird in a person's room, or even if you observed them behaving strangely yourself, that's implicating evidence. Most of the time, a piece of implicating evidence isn't proof of a crime in and of itself, but when presented alongside supporting evidence, implicating evidence is the seed of truth from which grows the long frond of justice. As Professor Cones said, we know the reach of law, however long it is not the finest judge of right and wrong. Choose not what evidence thou wilt present, ere its consequence is evident. In short, you must use your judgment and intuition, Kendron. You're saying that what evidence I choose to show will affect the outcome of the case? Precisely. The evidence you present paints a picture that will forever hang in the halls of Bey Lah's history. Our fate is in your hands. Hemlock Cones once said, as like begots, like in daily life, So too in mystery. Should I paint pictures full of strife? Thus violence comes to be. If I in craft or trade should deal, then deals shall deal by troth. But if I pestilence reveal, no honey be enough. I have no idea what any of that means. But okay, what if I accuse the wrong person? That's always a risk, Kendrin. Neelahin knows everyone in the village very well. If you present supporting evidence that contradicts something the warden knows to be true about the suspect, well, she probably won't believe you. In fact, she might not let you accuse that person again, so be careful. If you make too many bad accusations, you might lose credibility with her entirely. Okay, so from all of that, you might have sort of figured out the surprise. I still won't give it away, but, you know, all I'll say is this is a fairly open-ended quest. So we can, let's go in here. What do we have? Hindran Scout. Why do you remain here? Please finish your business. Do you hear anything? I came across some Kendran who claimed to be treasure hunters. They said that they would pay good water for unique artifacts or treasures. So, you know, there's evidence to support that maybe Kendran ended up with Kindrish. We can look at the stuff on the ground. Nothing interesting in there, really. We can look in, I guess this is Neelahim's home. So we've got Vinewater Sheaf. Dried law petals. Hindered villager. I don't suppose I can look inside these chests. You're Kendrin. We can look inside. I don't think looking does any harm. So let's continue to look. You know, let's. It's very hard to keep track, but I think I'll try my best here. You know, Grando spent some late nights working on something she wouldn't talk about. I wonder what that was. That's some information. Why do you remain here? Have you seen or heard anything? No, I didn't hear anything. Live and drink? Nothing. Haven't heard anything. Didn't see anything. Nothing. 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 Oh, a real-life Kendran here in our village. Live and drink. Lovely friend. If you'd love to trade, if you care to trade, I have a modest amount of local goods I can offer. Yeah, so you got the law petals, some food. This is fine. Not exactly what I need. What I need is information. So I could do an auto-explore. It would probably be the best way to, you know, kind of discover things. Oh, hey. No. We have a shrine here. Statue of a deer, abandoned in a tucked-away hut on Bey Lah's outskirts. This enormous statue of Hornsfell languishes under a layer of withered vegetation. It depicts a majestic deer with one hoof raised from the ground, its human-like eyes judging its surroundings and finding them wanting. The metal plaque on the base of the statue hasn't fared well over the centuries, and the only glyphs you can make out are K, R, S, and H. Interesting, a shrine with mystery. I don't remember that one. I wonder what it used to say. Hey, we have a special guy here? No. Oh, I think it's just nighttime, so I was like, oh, they're special. No, they're just green. So, I should take a moment here to look at Hindriarca. She's got a woven tunic, antlers, weird artifact, walking stick, short bow, sandals. She has a weird artifact. I have no idea what that might be. I'm not sure if I can really find out. We have here leather straps, are cut from a wider swath for some unknown leatherworking project. This is information, apparently. I wonder if I can look in these chests without them. This is not owned by you. So I can't look in them. I wonder if I could like drop some liquid on the ground. If this would be kind of clear the room a little bit. Or I wonder if this would make them very angry at me. Let's try it. Port nearby. How many drams? Let's do like 4 drams. That didn't seem to do it. I wonder if I have to pour it on her. I bet you that would make her real mad. Let's do 10 drams. She's wet now. This hasn't really worked the way I hoped it would. I have questions for you. Ask away. Why did you leave Bey Lah? Why? Why did I leave a single parasang square piece of land upon which I was expected to live my entire life, forever obeying a woman whose sole qualification of rule is her gender and age? Why did I leave a place where we eat the same damn soup for 9 out of 10 meals, and the height of occupational versatility is leatherworking? The question isn't why I left, it's why I am the only one who chose to do so. Why none of my pleas were convincing to the Hindran I love. If we would just open the borders, it would never have come to this. Who might have stolen Kindrish? The Hindrarch is the most likely suspect, in my opinion. She might have kept it for herself or stole it. I've always been suspicious of her pet bodyguard, Kessahind. I wouldn't put it past him to steal the treasure himself. It might have been an outsider like you. While I don't like to think that it was a villager, it's possible. They've all been cooped up too long. But it wasn't Neilhind. You won't find a purer heart in all of Cud than hers. What evidence should I be looking for? Objects out of place, certainly. Bey Lah produces little and sees almost no violence, so signs of the outside world should be easy to find. You may wish to talk to the villagers too. My people are starved for entertainment. Gossip travels fast, and we are all notoriously poor liars. You and the warden were close, were you not? Yes, we were close. If it tore my heart to ragged halves to leave my people behind, leaving Neilhind shredded into scraps. The Hindrarch mentioned that you have a brother. Where is he? I have no brother. My 2 sisters are all the blood family I can claim. I won't speak further about this. Interesting. That seems... Why would... What? Why would you lie about your brother? Why would you, why are you angry about your brother? Let's have a look at the beds. Carmine streaks on Kissahind's armor suggest that he tried and failed to wipe away spilt blood. You note this piece of information in the gossip and lore. Blood-stained leather armor. Weird artifact. Chain gauntlets. He also has a weird artifact. I wish my character wasn't very dumb. And knew better what certain things looked like. You're famished. I will eat, but I'm gonna finish this quest before I end the episode. Steel plated mail, horn, weird artifact, Steel gauntlets, scaled seal boots. Let's do a auto explore. Just to cover, you know, do a cover of the whole place. It doesn't automatically look at things, so, you know, we will still have to, you know, automatic or manually look at stuff to uncover clues and evidence. But, you know, it's worth doing just so we have a basic idea of the place. Oh, how odd. There's a copper nugget just lying on the ground. You note this piece of information in the gossip and lore. Copper nugget, well, I mean, the Hindriarch is allergic to copper. Copper nuggets are almost a standard piece of currency, so it might have been that someone did a trade. Oh, gross, there's a rotten tongue on the ground. You note this piece of information in the gossip lore. There doesn't seem to be anywhere else to explore. Vine tumor, tunic, horns, slender leather bracers, carbide battle axe, icy vapor, sandals. Engraved, worn, burnous. Painted. I wish I could look at, like, his stuff. I bet it has a rich history. Good clay oven. Nothing out of place there. So, I mean, I'm not sure what else to look at. I wish I could look inside these chests. You could trade. I wonder what would happen if I traded a copper nugget with her. I'm sure I have one. I might not, actually. I think I traded all my copper nuggets away. Yeah, not seeing anything. Okay. Pretty sure I talked to everyone? So I'm just, you know, double checking that I've talked to everyone. I feel like it would be safe to accuse the one who's loyal. I can't remember her name. Kessahind. You know, bloodstained leather. There was, you know, a trade for copper. If we could find, you know, the the person that tongue belongs to, that would be useful information, but I don't know about that one. Oh, hey, there's a blue thing there. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't see anything. Yeah, but what about this blue bed here? Bundled roll of wool. Graffiti is scrawled across the surface. It reads something. Okay, never mind. That was, you know, me hoping for something, but not anything. Yo, come here. I want to ask you something. Don't run from me. Okay, I think I've talked to everyone. I feel like the narrative here is that Kessahind did the trade. Copper nugget was dropped. they and I mean, I guess part of the deal was that they sold it and cut out the tongue of the Kendron, and that's why they have bloodstained leather. That's the narrative I'm gonna go with. Let's go with that narrative. Yes, I am ready to accuse the thief. So we have to find our implicating evidence. Fondren heard the voice of a Hindran and Kendron. Wait, what? Hold on. I see, what is it? Found a detached tongue on the ground, rotted with infection, a sign of recent illness. Interesting, I didn't know about that part. Found a few scraps from some kind of leatherworking project, a sign of recent craft. Someone dropped a copper nugget on the path, a sign of recent trade. Fondren heard the voice of a Hindran and Kendron discussing goods late at night, indicating a recent trade. Let's go with that one. Signs of trade seemingly hidden from the village, but that can't be your only evidence, can it? There's no culprit. Apparently, the Hindriarch isolated herself to work on a mystery project, possibly to hide Kindrish. Kesahin tried to clean blood off his armor, but missed the spot. So let's go with that. There are a few voices as low as Kesahin's in our village. There are few voices as low as Kesahin's in our village. Witnesses report higher pitched voice, don't they? They would know if Kesahin were speaking. Was that evidence? I never got that. Let's look at our journal. Let's look at gossip and lore. Drop copper nugget. Detached tongue on the ground. Rotted with infection. Fondren heard the voice of Hindran and Kendron discussing goods late at night, indicating recent trade. I don't know, maybe we go with the tongue. Detached tongue on the ground. I'm afraid that well is poisoned due to your false accusation. Kesahin isn't the culprit. Crap. So I might have gotten away with the tongue, but the trade at late at night didn't work. So even if Kesahin was the best example or best culprit for this, this set of evidence, we're scuppered there. We can't do that. So I may already be kind of screwed here. Hold on. Let's go with a few scraps from some kind of leatherworking project, a sign of recent craft. And then let's go with Hindriarch. No, Grando is absolutely meticulous about work clutter. She wouldn't leave scraps lying around. That's true, they did mention that. So I have now falsely accused two of them. Fondren heard the voice of Hindran and Kendron discussing goods late at night, indicating recent trade. So let's go with the scouts. I've seen Kendron treasure hunters about. That type will take anything not nailed down. Oh yes, this does indicate that some kind of trade transpired, and a Kendron was trying to hide it. So what you're saying is, that's right, by concealing trade, it was a Kendron who stole Kindrish. It's clear to me now, no Hindran committed this crime. This was a threat from without, proving that our borders are permeable, and we must stop ignoring the outside world out of fear. Moreover, Hindriarch Ke must answer for her false accusation of an innocent Hind. By the authority of the Fellowship of Wardens and the Bey Lah's Rangers Charter, I hereby declare Esk the new Hindriarch of Bey Lah. Ke must be exiled, never to set foot in these meadows again. I am sorry, Grando. Moreover, for his part in Ke's duplicity, Kesahind is to be stripped of the ancestral weapon he carries. May time show our actions just. This is all of the reward that the village can spare, and it is now yours. Live and drink, and thank you. In your return for your service, you receive 2 hover sleds. A Kendrin trade. Your reputation with the Hindran of Bey Lah increased to 200. So that was, I kind of messed that up a little bit. That was possibly an underwhelming result, but you may have figured out the deal here. This quest is different every time. There's always, various different evidences and supporting evidences. There is no correct answer. There is no correct culprit. You can take the evidence and supporting evidence that you find to be the most interesting and basically create a narrative for that character. And I mean, like I said, you can play this quest pragmatically. So you could try and create a narrative to create a result in the story that you like, or to create a narrative to basically kill off a character that has the equipment that you might want. So I really like this quest. It's a very dialogue heavy quest. There's very little combat except to go and get Eskind from the tree. But besides that, you just kind of go around talking to people. It doesn't really give you a lot of XP, but that's okay. If I had done the 6-day stilt earlier and then done this quest, then it would have been a bigger boon, because it's kind of easy to do without much conflict. Well, let's go talk to our protags. Live and drink, Kendrin. Please take a while to rest and eat. Let's talk to our leader here. Hendrik, okay, you have a great deal of nerve to speak to me after what you've done. Yeah, and trade with you as well. Buy those arrows. Thank you for what you've done for our sister. Do you have anything? Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to buy the steel arrows. Let's do a water ritual and maybe trade some secrets. And, become good friends with the Hindran of Bey Lah. We could learn to cook mala soup. Let's share our secrets. Location of some forgotten ruins. You are now favored by the Hindran of Bey Lah. So if I got enough reputation, I could get, with Hindran of Bey Lah, I could acquire dual wielding. I don't really want that, but share a secret with me. Reputation with the Hindran of Bey Lah decreased by 50. The Hindran of Bey Lah are now indifferent to you. That's fine. Hindriarch Hind shares the location of a Dromag caravan. Nice. That's always good to know. I wouldn't mind learning Mala soup. I don't know how good it is. I could go and buy some. Let's go talk to this guy again. My reputation with the Fellowship of Wardens increased by 100. Because they love Warden Neilhand, your reputation with the Hindran of Bey Lah increased by 100 to 300. You are now favored by the Hindran of Bey Lah. Sure. Nice. Tell him my secrets. Tell me a secret. Shares the location of Bara, Goat Folk Village. Goat folk are kind of dangerous, actually. I would rather not. Ooh, steel shield. Oh, I would actually really like to buy that. I could sell some of our chem cells. Let's do that. I should keep one. I'm not sure what I need to... Hold on, let me look at this. Is there no way to recharge it? Let's sell them both. I can get better batteries. Sell a smoldered mushroom. What is this yonder cane? Fluted stem of tasseled yonder brush. I have no idea. I'll sell it. I am no longer going to sell grenades. Apparently they are very good. But I have fungicide grenades. Screw it. Steel mace is still really good. Well, we'll sell the freezing one. We'll sell a masterwork shortbow. I'm going to sell the shotgun. So I already have enough. Actually, I'll keep the shotgun. I'll keep the bow as well. Perfect. That's a good trade. We have a really good shield now. Let's go ahead and wear that. We do lose some DV, but we do gain quite a lot of AV. So we're looking at 8 AV and 4 DV now. I don't really think I'm going to try and I'll try and build my DV over time. So that's our dodge value. That's based on our agility and stuff like that, and our ability to dodge attacks is always nice. If you can dodge an attack, it means you take nothing. You know, when you're this low and you're wearing a lot of heavy armor, it's kind of hard to build enough of that to really make a difference. So I feel like it's almost better to double down on one or the other. So I'm going to choose AV, and you know, I just took skills with the shield, which means that we have a better chance, a much better chance to block attacks, which I believe means we take no damage. So it's almost as good as having a high DV. So I'm very happy with getting a better shield. That's gonna do it for this episode. We're not hungry, but you know, that's the end of Bey Lah. I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's a little weird, and you know, in future playthroughs we'll get different results. So I'll be sure to name this, you know, the Bey Lah quest, and then for future characters you can compare with the Bey Lah quest for those characters, and we'll see how different results, you know, end up. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, go ahead and hit the like button, I guess, and if you're new to the channel, consider following, and thanks very much. I'll see you next episode.